If your walk feels like you're constantly hunched over or really hunched over and you can't seem to straighten back up, today I'm going to help you out with some simple exercises that you can do at home. But first, let's get something really clear. You are not permanently damaged. Your body is capable of getting you back to a more straight position. And like they say in ocean swimming, don't get caught in rips. Rest, ice, injection, pills, and surgery are not good solutions for movement problems. Instead, let's ATM, always think muscles. Muscles move your bones. Your bones don't move themselves. So if your bones are in a configuration that you don't like, you gotta use your muscles to change the situation. What if I don't have any muscles? Then it's time to get some. For them, that's literal. For you, it doesn't really apply. So if you feel like you've got a hunchback while you're walking, or you feel like you're hunched way over while you're walking, I'm going to show you a couple exercises that are going to help you get this all straightened out and turn on some muscles down below that'll help you walk more smoothly and comfortably. So first, let's start off with the hunchback posture. This is a very simple exercise. Get against the wall. Feet are going to be a little bit away from the wall, wherever is comfortable. Get your low back flat into the wall. You want to feel your tailbone just kind of come off of the wall a little bit. If you don't know what your tailbone is, take a look at a pelvis. If you run your hand down, as you run your fingers into the top of your butt crack, you're going to feel the sacrum and the tailbone. You want that little area to be off of the wall. That means your low back is going to be nice and flat against the wall, that little tailbone sticking off. You're going to tuck your chin, look at something several feet away from you as you pull the back of your head towards the wall. If you find yourself doing this, that's because you're not looking down in front of you at a diagonal. So keep looking down, or even look really far down so the chin stays tucked as you bring the back of your head towards the wall. You're gonna wanna hold this position for about 90 seconds to 3 minutes. If you are a glutton for punishment, hang out just like this. If you cannot get the back of your head to the wall and you keep trying to look up like this, then that means you really need to work on this. So just keep that chin tucked and keep gradually working to get closer towards the wall. Do not lift your head up like this. This is not what we want to do. You also want to make sure that your shoulders are not hunching forward while you're doing this. Just pull them gently back towards the wall. You don't need to scrunch them super hard. That'll lift your spine off the wall. So just a little gentle pull back so your shoulders are kind of brushing against the wall. Chin stays tucked. After you've held this position for 90 seconds and up to 3 minutes, you can go ahead and come off of the wall and be amazed at how your body wants to hold itself a lot straighter. If your only problem was that hunchback posture, you might be feeling like, all right, everything's solved. Can I just close this window now? But I invite you to join me for the next 2 exercises because they're still gonna help you feel better, stronger, and more balanced when you walk. Hey, we want to give a big shout out to 4 new Patreon supporters. Adam, Joseph, Jean, and Dana are all new $5 Patreon patrons. Thank you so much for joining. If you'd like to support this channel too, use the donate link you'll find in the description box, and that will include options like PayPal and Patreon. You can also use the join and thanks buttons on YouTube. And if you haven't already, please go to my website and sign up for my newsletter so we always stay connected. Now let's get back to it. So we're gonna get right back up against the wall, because where else are you going today? We're going to have your feet away from the wall. I'm not sure the exact distance. You're gonna have to play with it to figure it out for yourself. But you wanna have your butt up against the wall, feet out in front of you at maybe 1.5-ish, 2 feet. Then you're gonna practice following the line of your legs with your hands and just bending to try to touch as low as you can. Okay? You might be looking at where I am right now thinking that's impossible. And I'll tell you it is possible because I'm doing it right now. But I want you to just go where you can get that feels like a moderate challenge. You're gonna notice a stretch sensation in the backs of your legs. Keep your spine straight. I don't want you to try to impress me by bending your spine and trying to get a little closer to the ground. I want the spine to stay the same. I want the motion to all be here. Just imagine there's a rod here, an axle around which you're turning, okay? That is where you're turning. It's not happening at the spine. You're just following that line of your legs and then following it back up. Your hands are just giving you a nice little light, gentle Swedish massage. But we're not actually here for the massage. We're here to make your hamstrings and butt get used to firing and straightening you up. Once you're good at maintaining the proper spinal position as you fold from the hips, I want you to start to make this harder on yourself and on your hamstrings. We're going to move your feet closer to the wall, stand up off of the wall, and just have that there as a safety in case we need it. Then you're going to be bending, tracing your legs, giving yourself that Swedish massage, and going where you can get, and then squeezing, actively squeezing, using your brain power, your butt cheeks, and trying to contract the hamstrings. So you're going down. You'll notice my butt has to shift back a little bit as I go down, and then back up, really thinking about firing here. All of this stuff is firing and contracting to help me stand back up. Once you have a good feel for this motion, then you don't necessarily have to do it in front of a wall where you're feeling your butt touch the wall and you get that nice little booty massage. And then you can graduate to using something like 5 pounds to start. You're gonna hold it in front of you, and then you're going to just go nice and easy, tracing your legs with this little weight, giving yourself a Swedish massage with your dumbbell. Then you're gonna squeeze your butt and hamstrings to bring yourself back up. Notice that the end position is me standing straight up. And notice also that I'm not doing anything funny with my spine when I'm going down and back up. My spine stays basically the same. The angle between my spine and the legs changes, but the spine itself doesn't really change its shape. I'm not doing anything like this, and I'm also not cheating by arching everything up and then putting that big curve into my back to kind of cheat things back up to the top. I'm also not stopping short here and then just arching my back and thinking I'm done. If you look at the angle between my legs and my lower spine, you can see I didn't fully stand up straight. I need to get all the way up so that the spine is back in a stacked position, and this angle is now 180 degrees. That's 100 decidegrees in metric. Or do they use radians? I forgot. For all of these variations, do 5 to 10 repetitions and do 2 to 3 rounds. Take rest in between each round. Then we're gonna move on to a quick little exercise for these. We're right back at the wall, hands are on the wall. You're gonna walk your feet back just a little bit so that you are at an angle with the floor here. Then you're gonna do a calf raise, meaning you're gonna use your calf muscles to lift your body up off the floor. Your heels are gonna come up off of the floor. And you're just gonna do these until your lower leg muscles, your calf muscles, these guys, get a little fatigued. That's it. You just keep going, pause at the top to really get some extra connection to those muscles, and then back down. Fire them, pause, count to 3, count to 20, I don't care, and then slowly back down. If you wanna make this exercise harder, walk your feet further away from the wall, and you're gonna notice you have to go through a fuller range of motion. Your calf muscles have to stretch more, and then they gotta work real hard when you're pushing into the wall and pausing up there. Remember, I said pause? Once you get fatigued doing this exercise, you can go ahead and take a little rest, maybe a minute, maybe 2 minutes, and then do it one more time. The reason I'm having you do this exercise is because when you have hunchback posture or you're really hunched over when you walk, you're just lifting your legs and plopping your feet on the floor, and you're not really using your calf muscles to propel yourself. So even if you get up here, you're probably still not going to be used to using your calf muscles to help propel you forward. The first 2 exercises in this video helped you straighten up and turn on the muscles back here in your legs and in your butt. All these muscles do need to fire to propel you forward properly, and the last piece of that propulsion is from your calf muscles, helping you push off and toe off and carry on for the next step. These exercises are not high intensity exercises, but if you've never done anything like them before, you may get really sore the day after or 2 days after the first time you do them. Therefore, I recommend that you start off with twice a week, Monday and Thursday or Tuesday and Saturday for these exercises. Don't do them on back-to-back days before you know how your body is going to respond. I don't want you to cripple yourself with soreness, so please remember that slow is safe and fast is foolish. In the second exercise, I showed a couple different progressions. Please choose the one that feels doable for you. Don't try to impress me or anybody else by doing the hardest version possible. And don't try doing that exercise with 50 pounds in your hands the very first time you do it, because you will hurt yourself. Over time, you can build up to 50 pounds as you gain strength and confidence, but don't jump to that stage if you're not prepared for it, because you will get injured. If these exercises were helpful for making your walk feel smoother and more comfortable, drop me a comment down below. And also, I have a big ask. I need your help. I want you to join my fundraising team for the 2023 Walk for Healing, which benefits the Hospice of SLO County. As you can see from this flyer, Upright Health is already a platinum sponsor for this event, and I'm trying to raise more money for this nonprofit organization because I believe strongly in what they do. In 2022, as my own mother was dying with dementia, Hospice of SLO County's services helped me make sense of and prepare for my mother's death, and their grief counseling group helped me find some sense of normalcy after my mother's death. The 2023 Walk for Healing raises funds for the Hospice of SLO County to continue to train volunteers and get them to families who need them. Join the Upright Health fundraising team using the link I'll leave down in the description box and in the comment section. There are two goals of this fundraiser. One is to raise $50,000 and the other is to walk 25,000 total miles. And I believe that we can do it. Walk for your own health, walk in memory of a loved one, walk because it's just plain good for you. And if contributing to this fundraiser is not your thing right now, that's totally fine. Please still go out for a walk. Your body was made to walk, so go let it do the thing it was made to do. And of course, if you're watching this video sometime after June 11th of 2023, then the fundraiser's not happening anymore. Hello out there in the future. Have you guys fixed Bluetooth and made it stable yet? Because in 2023, Bluetooth is still terrible. And finally, if you're looking for a program to help you rebuild your body at home, go to uprighthealth.com/DIY and find a program that will work for you. For more free videos to help you walk and do simple human tricks, check these out here. To support this channel, use the donate link you'll find in the description box or the join and thanks buttons on YouTube. Like, share, and subscribe with the bell notification on. And as always, I hope you remember that pain sucks. Life shouldn't.